What up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/numot for all your Magic card needs. This is the Arena Open Day 2 Draft 1. So, this is a 4-round event. Best of 3. I need to get 3 wins minimum to qualify for the second draft. And the second draft, if you qualify, is where you can get the monetary rewards. This is Pioneer Masters. We open a Zathrid Necromancer as our pick 1, pack 1 rare. This is a pretty strong pack overall. I'm actually just heavily leaning into taking the Rimrock Knight and doing red, but I think I will stay open and stay safe. There are a lot of good choices here. Any of these rare uncommons at the top are solid. Kyora's Follower good, Tactician, Treasure Cruise, Satyr. I think this comes down to more of what you like doing, but I'm going to go ahead and just take the rare as it's a decent value card. Into a second pick, best cards are Crawl Harpooner, Mentor of the Meek, Falaji Archaeologist. There's a Gurmag here, another Satyr. Crusader would be a good follow-up had I taken the Rimrock. I think I like Falaji here. We've seen a Treasure Cruise in pack 1. Gurmag Angler now here in the second. So if I wheel either of those, that's pretty nice. This is also a human for Necromancer for what that's worth. Actually not the biggest fan of Mentor of the Meek, although the card is very strong. Yeah, legit, if this is pick 1, pack 1, I think I'm taking the Archaeologist. You could probably make an argument for the Harpooner, but I think I like doing this. It's the third Voyaging Satyr. Man, the red deck would have been okay. Rimrock into a Crowin into Wild Slash or Witch's Mark. I guess I could still just take the Wild Slash here. That might be the safest pickup. Cruel Revival's alright. I'm not a huge fan of it, but there are enough zombies in the format to make it worthwhile. And even if you don't have a zombie, it's a 5 mana. Kill a non-zombie. I don't think I'm taking Wyvern this early. I do like Gift of Orzhova quite a bit. I like taking the slash there, I think. Okay, Draconic Roar now, too. So some good red coming around. Some decent black cards here. The Gatekeeper. I guess Hero's not that good. Gatekeeper and Disciple are both solid. Raptor, Savage Punch. This is also a human for the record. Actually, so is this. I think I like the cheap burn interaction here. Man, what a wild start if I had just stuck to my instincts or what I said I might do during all the previous videos. Would have been Rimrock into a Crowin, into Wild Slash, into Draconic. Crazy mono red start. Okay, some good cards here. Priest of the Bloodright is pretty decent. So is Swift Warkite. Another Fall of the Hammer. We just passed one. Rakdos Guildgate, Block of Predation. The Warkite generally tends to go around pretty late. I think I like the Priest with our start. I think Silumgar Sorcerer is quite good, but Rescue from the Underworld's kind of neat with Priest and Zathrid Necromancer. The Sorcerer is probably the highest upside pick, though, just to stay open. Scatter, Scab, Scab. Okay, that's another solid pickup here for a blue card. Another Savage Punch going around. I think I'm going to take the Scatter over one of the Scabs. I think I like that. All right, and that was a good reward. We're going to get a Scab now. Pick 8 Gurmag. So there could be one coming back to us 10th pick in that scenario then. There's also a Treasure Cruise potentially coming back 9th pick. Okay, no Cruise. Man, a lot of good white cards coming back around, though. Shoot. Tactician and Spirits Wield. I wonder if I'm supposed to take one of those instead of taking the Baleful or Pilgrim's Eye. I guess I should probably just take Pilgrim's Eye, though. Because that leaves us open to just splashing some of the red cards pretty easy. It's also a good creature to sacrifice to, like, the Sorcerer for the, what's it called? Exploit? Yeah, Exploit. All right, Gurmag did wheel. Not the Cruise, but the Gurmag. Somebody could have, like, 10 Voyaging Satyrs if they really wanted to. Yeah, there's the Wyvern, too. Plaza, Predation, or take the Wyvern and still maybe... Like, had I taken one of the Triplicate or Tactician, the Wyvern would be a lot better, but I'm going to go ahead and still take it. It's pack 1. I don't mind staying, like, pretty darn open. Gatekeepers isn't bad if I get enough random gates. There's a Predation anyways. Alright, and last few irrelevant pickups, most likely. Dictate of Erebos are open for pack 2. Alright, that's a good one. What else do we have here? Consider, Read the Bones, Rakdos Guildgate. Yeah, Dictate of Erebos, kind of good. I don't know. This looks like a fine start, but could be better, of course. I don't think we saw too much red after like the first 5 picks in pack 1. So had I taken the pick 1 pack 1 Knight, I don't know if it actually would have done all that much. Sphinx's Tutelage. I think that's more fun than it is good usually. I'm going to take the cheap interactive spell here. Though Devour Flesh isn't like crazy or anything. Are we going to end up wheeling the tutelage? Maybe. There's a nice pack. Wow, that's a very good pack for us. Fell Stinger, Dinrova Horror, Basilica Screecher, another Slash, Scatter, Solundi. Like I want Dinrova and I want Fell Stinger, but I'm almost wondering if I just need the Essence Scatter for some more cheap interaction. I guess we're okay on cheap interaction though. I think I'm supposed to go with the Stinger and maybe see if the Horror wheels. Stinger's really good. Urborg. No, this is just another Possessed Scab, I think. A couple of 2-drops I wouldn't necessarily mind playing. Getting a little bit heavy on the 5-drops, but it's not too much concern if we can just get some early game plays. Just to buy us some time. I mean, the removal we have is nice, so I'll just need to pick up some fixing for this. Wow, what a pack. If Cruelty wasn't here, I would have a hard time between Harvester and Dimir Guildgate, but Cruelty is one of the best removal spells in the format, so pick 5, I am very happy to see that. This Gatekeeper is just a placeholder for my 4-drops right now. We have 0 gates. Excuse me. I probably won't run the Gatekeeper unless I can get like 4 or more. Wow, ultimate price 6-pick, so black is just flowing. Disciple of Phoenix, I would like to pick up as well, but I mean, if I can get a little bit more cheap interaction in blue-black, I will not need to splash the red, especially since I only have Pilgrim's Eye right now for fixing. I need to find some more Archaeologists, though. They're great fodder for, like, Sorcerer. They fuel for any Delve cards, which we have 1 of right now. Another Devour Flesh or a Palaka... Or sorry, another Devour Flesh or a Gust of Wind. I guess we'll take another Devour. Another Scatter. There's a Guild Summit, too. We've seen 2 Colossus this pack, too. Okay, but that's really nice. 2 Scatters, 2 Devours, an ultimate price. Some decent interaction for 2 mana. Now, the Devour Flesh are not always going to be good, of course. Some decks, they're going to be kind of bad. There's that other Colossus on the wheel. Okay, we have 2 DFCs. Dinrova Horror did wheel. Yeah. Bale, not necessarily terrible. And we're sitting on like a 2-pack deck right now. I guess if I'm only 2 color, the Pilgrim's Eye is not necessary. We'll take a second Palaka Predation for sideboard. Nice. And there's the Disciple we were hoping to get. Okay. Last pick Gate Colossus. Crazy. Here's pack 3. We've opened a Hornet Nest for the rare. Night Howler's Dees. The only other option I would consider right now is the Izzet Guildgate for those red cards, but I don't think we need those anymore. What does my creature count? 11? Yeah, this card kind of goes off. Soul Flayer. Just a strictly worse Gurmag Angler in our deck the majority of the time. Sphinx of Magosi. Some lands. This is a decent win con. I think I'm going to go ahead and take it over the second Gurmag or one of the lands here. Okay, how many zombies did I end up getting? Oh, we're at 4 zombies, so Cruel Revival. Oh, wait. But 2 of the zombies are scabs. So if these die, they get exiled. And it's not even like a trigger, so there's no chance for me to revival the scabs back unless I mill them or discard them, which I don't have that many ways to do so. What are my other zombies? We have the Gurmog. Is this a zombie? And the Fellstinger. That's probably good enough still. More Gurmogs. See, the thing about the Gurmog now is it's a little bit awkward. Because, like, with double possessed scab, cruel revival, what else? Night Howler. Eating my own graveyard is not super appealing, you know? But I don't think like a random 2/1 flyer is really what this deck wants. It is something just to do early, but I don't know if I'm even going to play that. What does this one do again? The beginning of your upkeep, of each upkeep, if you had another creature enter the battlefield in your control last turn, draw a card. Is there ever a world where I'm going to splash that thing? If you had another creature enter, draw a card. I don't think so. I also don't see us running a second Bale, so maybe there's like... I don't think we're going to be playing that. But like now I probably take the Azorius Guildgate. I don't think we need 3 Scabs. I guess the Screecher's good. Screecher is better than the Winder in this deck. We can replace that. Second Screecher or Ingenious Scab? What am I cutting right now? I guess I don't need the Consider with only 1 Delve card. Probably don't need 2 Devour Flesh in the main. Creature tokens. That is a very, very, very unlikely sideboard potential, but it is a sideboard potential. Poor Gates. Nobody wanted to draft the Gates. Don't fault them. Yeah, we'll just probably cut one of the Devour Flesh. 16 lands, 2 of them, or 16 lands with 2 DFCs. It's probably alright. Well, there's a pretty easy white splash appearing now. If you really... No. 2 Pilgrim's Eyes and like a Azorius Guildgate, but Afara doesn't make sense. Not picking up one of the Dimir Guildgates kind of sucks. All the random white fixing for irrelevant white. Oh, the Screecher came back. Actually, maybe the Screecher number 2 is better than the Bale. I guess the Bale is annoying with the Death Touch. 1/1 Death Touchers are always, like, okay. Alright, I don't mind this deck. I think it's decent. We're up to 5 zombies, so 3 non-scab zombies for, or non-possessed scab zombies anyways, for the Cruel Revival to potentially get back. 2 DFCs, 16 lands. This might still be a 17 lander, actually. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to run the Basilica Screecher. It's whatever. How many humans did I end up getting? 5? That's kind of neat. I don't think that's going to be super relevant too much of the time, but Zathard Necromancer has some number of humans. Wonder if Devour Flesh is just worse than running another random creature. I actually wonder if we want to be running the skeleton in this deck. Sacks to Sorcerer, Fell Stinger. And it's a really annoying creature with Dictate. Maybe that's better than Devour here. I think that might be like slightly better. All right, 17 lands with 2 DFCs. The Sphinx of Magosi actually looks a little bit awkward casting. You know what? Maybe I should just be running a Pilgrim's Eye too. Maybe it's supposed to be Pilgrim's Eye over Baleful. Is that enough early game plays, though? Because if I'm not starting my game until turn 3, how bad is that? Yeah, what if I actually run both Pilgrim's Eye and cut Salundi Vision? I think that's fine. Because look at our instance and sorcery count, it's actually not that high. And the double Pilgrim's Eye are also good for the sacrifice effects and the dictate. I think I like that. Okay. All right. I think this deck is solid enough. Needed another Philagi, but that's just the case of all the blue decks in this format, so. Best of 3 we go. First of up to 4 rounds. All right, this is one of those hands where if I was on the play, I'd be feeling very good. All right, we build Pilgrim's Eye, Silumgar, and a Swamp. Oh, I didn't realize the Silumgar is also a human. We kind of just want to draw lands. We are very much hoping just to draw another land next turn. Sure, I don't mind that. Ay, missing that land drop is gonna kill us. Dragon Lord Ojatai. Holy crap. There it is. Maybe I should have just passed. So let's see. I guess I can go Archaeologist into Gurmag. It's kind of nice because the Predation is a land. Sucks to remove like the Disciple or the Ojatai. not the Ojutai, the Dinrova Horror from the graveyard, but I don't mind letting the Ojutai hit me once. Okay, well, they're tapped out, so I get to kill the Ojutai. So that's good, at least. Remember, Philology Archaeologist is also a human. So this is pure upgrade for us. Might be bait, but I have a second scatter. Oh, do they have another DFC? No, they had a gate. Let's get our flyer online. Happens to be another human, by the way. This is not a zombie, right? No, it's just a straight up horror, so Cruel Revival can take care of it. Gurmag is a zombie in our graveyard for returning back as well. Oh, do they have a cruise? That sucks. Sure. We're just going to go get back our cruelty here. Okay. Didn't mill anything they can return, so they're just straight up Esper. Funny thing is, the Sphinx's tutelage would have been really good in this particular matchup. Double top. Oh boy. Yeah, that sucks. They have a Gurmag? Uh-oh. Wow, what a turn for them. They had the perfect amounts. Oh, here we go. Well, I mean, I could just price their Thief, Cruelty their Dinrova, attack with everything, and hit them for 6. They've got some stinky creatures, though, that they can just easy sacrifice to the Dictate. Night Veil Spectre, too. That's not a zombie, is it? No, it's a Spectre. Wow, Master of Waves with Spectre. I mean, the only thing I can do is Cruel Revival, the Master of Waves. Attack with Priest and attack with just the Priest. This gives me a 2/2. Okay, they didn't put me on a 2-turn clock, and they only hit an island, so that was good. They must have another flyer or something. That was not a bad draw, honestly. So they have to chump the Gurmag. Eat, block, bounce. I'm at 4. Okay. We really hope they put the Steward on that other 2/2. Excellent. So this sacks the Pilgrim's Eye. Oh, that's right. The zombie got exiled, so that actually worked out even better. We ended up trading a bunch more, huh? Well, that was kind of neat. Now they have to sacrifice another one of their creatures when the Pilgrim's Eye dies. Right, so actually the 2 scabs don't trigger the Dictate. That's interesting to remember. I mean, that's a desperation play right there. Now they have to sacrifice their Spectre? Oh my god. Wow, 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 wow. Crazy. Crazy first game. Holy crap. So the Dictate is even worse in my deck than I thought because of the double Possessed Scab. I still have a bunch of creatures, though, so we're never cutting it. Okay. So, let's see. This looks like a matchup where the Possessed Scabs, or not Possessed Scabs, the Basilicus creatures are actually really useful. And the second Palaka Predation probably wants to come in. The Devour Flesh looked a little bit weak because they also did have a bunch of garbage to sacrifice. So I'm glad I didn't have any of those in the main, but I think we want to bring in Screechers. Skeleton's not necessary here. I can probably cut a land on the draw, plus I'm adding the second Predation. So it just gives me one more card I need to cut. What was their removal again? They had a bounce spell, a cruelty, another bounce spell in the form of Dinrova, Swift Reckoning. So they have some individual creatures that are annoying. Actually, Illness in the Ranks kills all their Master of Waves tokens, but it's not going to be worthwhile. One more cut. Maybe it's just Ingenious Scab. I think it might just be Ingenious Scab. It's possible that it's correct to be on the draw in this match. Man, yeah, I really wish I had that Sphinx's tutelage. All right. Sand just needs to find one land. That's pretty annoying on turn 2. I have 6 3-drops in my hand. Oh my god. Are you kidding? That's gonna suck after that really good last game, that if we get a game like this. Kind of just forced to do this and let them play Ojutai if they have it now. I can't just sit back on Sorcerer. That makes no sense. Okay, that's not Ojutai, thankfully. I don't know. Blocking here means the Sorcerer has to exploit itself. Okay, that's fine. Good. I think I have to pass here again. I can't let them run out the Ojutai now. I have to hold up Sorcerer for it. Next turn we can go Pilgrim's Eye into holding up... Or we can just draw that. That makes it easy. Easier. This is kind of nice. I can actually exploit in response. I don't know why they oops me. Did they think I wouldn't be able to exploit? Hmm. Let's see. Yeah, I need to go find the third black, or yeah, third black source here. We're obviously on the back foot by a little bit, but... And now this Night Howler's pretty... Actually, you know what? Night Howler is also not very good in this matchup, is it? Now that I think about it. Both players have Delve and whatnot, and Recursion. It's like perfectly mediocre. Alright, this isn't bad. They do get to, of course, cruelty the 5/5 if they want to, but... Man, that one missed land drop. Oh! Did not want to see them rip a cruise here. Okay. That is quite decent. Hmm. Cruelty exiles, so it's not going to trigger my dictate. Oh, that ain't good. That's nice. Okay. My Gurmag did not get exiled, so... I think we just main phase Cruel Revival this thing. Ah, my Night Howler is so awkward if I exile all my creatures. Because what happens here, if I exile both my creatures to play the Gurmag, and then they have another gate to put their Colossus back on top, my Demon turns into a straight-up 5/5 instead. But, I mean... I think it's still worth the play. Because if they kill... Or if they get rid of the Demon, the Night Howler dies, and then that still triggers my Dictate. Alright, well, they had Gust of Wind, so the worst of it. Oh, they're gonna go for Spectre. Okay. Hit a land, thank you. Well, actually, a land wouldn't be bad, because that would let me go Scab into Revival. Wanted to make sure those two spells resolved first before we decided to attack or not. So why did they play a land already? Why didn't they play the land from the Spectre last turn? Attacking with the Fellstinger effectively trades the Fellstinger for their knight, but it's a zombie that I can get back with the Cruel Revival as well. So yeah, they've opted just to take it. Yep. Gonna go for it. Okay. They did put the Colossus on back. Let's see if they have a way to draw it this turn. I'm very close to being able... Oh, there's the Master, but it's only for one! What you got in there, homie? What were you sandbagging, if anything? Azorius Charm, Swift Reckoning. Whoa, that's really bad. Okay, well, we know they're just drawing the Colossus, so... But now they can give lifelink. Brutal. What's left in my deck? Scatter, Archaeologist, Screecher, Ultimate Price, Another Predation, Disciple, Scab, Sphinx. Okay. Sphinx of Magosi would be huge. Alright, well. It is really battle of some top decks here. That's good. That's actually really good. Now every spell is a drain for one, which makes it more and more likely that they're going to need to use the Charm as a life gain mode. If we go to a game 3, I wonder if I need to take out this Night Howler. Just doesn't seem particularly great in this matchup. It's like okay. I mean, it was... Oh, sweet mother. Okay, that's annoying. Wow, that was... Man. That draw was really bad for us. Shoot, so I'm going to need to rip something now. Right, isn't this what we want? They're not going to charm that back on top of my library, are they? Okay. I don't know if that was worth it from them, but maybe from their perspective they wanted to... Maybe from their perspective they wanted to utilize the token value while they could. Decent. Decent draw for us. Like, if they Azorius charm this back on top, we get to bestow it the following turn. If they kill it, then they have to sack something. That's fine. I didn't want to attack with Screecher because them tucking it is kind of awkward and even bad. Alright, there's another gate. But them redrawing that is not terrible, I don't think. Whew! Disgusting rips. Wow, absolutely disgusting rips. I am draining here. We're just going to get back the Cruel Revival. I'm okay if they want to tuck this, of course. And now they are just dead next turn if they don't use the lifelink. Right? 6 mana. Yeah, they're just dead here. Target them with the Fell Stinger. They should have cycled their Azorius Charm in response, but I guess they could have technically maybe lived. Oh, crazy freaking first round. Okay, woof. That was a nice grindy one. Yowza. All right, love it. Let's go on to the next round. All right, off to round number 2. Good first round. Good games. Yeah, on the draw. That's fine. Hopefully we do not draw too many more lands after this turn. Okay, this is... Well, so with the Phalanx Leader, generally they're going to want to get out 1 or 2 more creatures before starting to suit up. Oh, yikes. So this is where Devour Flesh might be good. It also might be garbage, right? If they have a Crow and Crusaders and stuff. Yep. Make them do it. You want to do this now while they don't have any more creatures, you know? Like, this is absolutely what we want to see. Them getting rid of a Sajiri Shelter makes any removal I draw later on that much better. Ooh, that was a really good draw, too. Okay. So I can scab, or not scab, I can Gurmag here. However, I do lose 2 creatures out of my graveyard to do so, but obviously playing a turn 4 5/5 versus the red-white deck is worth it. And now we can go ahead and attack for 2, no problem. So I lost my possessed scab value and I lost Night Howler value, but the upside worth. I actually think I like Night Howling here. And if they want to kill the zombie in response, that's fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. I think the largest cause for concern would be, in fact, if they do have a Crow and Crusader. Because right now, by the looks of it, Devour Flesh, not bad versus them, but yeah, I think I am going to run out the Scab now. In fact, I should have attacked, most likely, with Night Howler too. But given they were at 3, I think running out the Scab made sense. Okay, I'm going to shave some of my top end then and bring in some more early game plays. Like the Baleful Eidolons are pretty good in this matchup. I think Predation is maybe not so great. Sphinx is a little bit awkward. Sorcerer can probably be cut. Second Gurmag is not crazy. I kind of want to bring in these Devour Flesh too. Again, though, that has room to be terrible. I think I'll just bring in one of the Flesh. Actually, the Screechers are also not terrible. Screecher over maybe one of the Pilgrim's Eyes. I mean, if we lose this next game and we see any amount of token production, we're going to take the Devour. But the thing about Devour Flesh is I can target myself to gain some life. I've done that plenty of times in this format, where the Devour Flesh on the opponent is not good, right? They just have like a random 1/1 they don't mind sacrificing. But you can sacrifice like a Philagi, gain a few life, blow them out because they thought they had lethal or whatever. Yeah, this is a great opener for our deck. They must just plan on curving out, because that was a very, very, dare I say, bad Wild Slash. And they only had Witch's Mark and no creature. Okay, so that was pretty good for us. If I want to lose the skeleton forever, I can Gurmag next turn. Turn 3 5/5 is kind of juicy. I don't think that's worth it, though. I think we return Skeleton to hand this turn, and then just Gurmag next turn. Because if they just go like compulsory rest on the Gurmag or fight with fire, then that's really bad. There's the hero. All right, here come all the effects. We're not going to be blocking with our Gurmag if they attack here. We might just bestow the Baleful on the Archaeologist this turn. 2/5 Death Touch is kind of a wall versus them. I assume they have a Sajiri Shelter in their hand. Like, if they want to use their Shelter to punch through the Archaeologist, I'm okay with that. Gear per Gear Crafter. That's another very solid draw step. All right. Okay, do your duty. Oh, interesting. So maybe they don't have Shelter in hand. I don't think they make that play if they have Shelter. Sure. 6 land for Dinrova on the token is kind of OP. We'll go ahead and scatter the second Girapur. Just gives them a couple blockers, too many. Might even start attacking with the Archaeologist. Okay. With the Dictate draw, I think I like running out the Bale here. So remember, Witch's Mark on the same creature kind of works, but not really. You can't have two of the same rolls, so it would ping me for one, but the other one would fall off. All right, they block. I'll go ahead and Dictate in response, or rather, not response, but pre-damage. That's fine. They did have a Crusader. Okay, good to note. So they are forced to block here. Yeah, Dictate also Not crazy good versus Crusader, but never going to be cutting that. All right. Pro red, or sorry, pro black. Bounce. Nice. That was a good turn for them. Finally hit our 6th land here. All right. I chump. They sack their token. It's also a crazy, insane good draw. They're going to need something pretty special now at this point. Okay. They don't have to block the Dinrova, but they will have to block everything next turn. All right, we'll just go for it. Nice. All right. That was a lot less stressful than our first round, for sure. You know what would suck there? Secure the wastes, but... Okay, we are 2-0. If we win one of the next 2, we guarantee ourselves a second draft. But yeah, let's just win the next 2. Oh, so depending on how you do in the first draft, dictates how you do in the second draft. If you go 4-0 in the first draft, you get to give a loss in draft number 2. If you go so 4-0, you have 1 loss in draft 2 to give. If you go 3-1 in the first draft, then you do not have any losses, and you have to straight up win out if you want the cash. All right, we have 1. The roll. This is a good enough hand. It is pretty slow, but ultimate price generally can deal with the first problematic card our opponent plays. Now, that's not entirely true in this format, but... Yeah, okay. We just want to get to the late game. Like, if they play a Voyaging Satyr or something here, we're going to kill it, for sure. Night Howler, Catacomb Sifter. I'm hoping they take the Night Howler and not the Sifter. Actually, I don't like any of those, let's be real. Because Night Howler they can bestow onto something, and then the Sifter, of course, ramps and is not a creature I can hit. Tough decision for them, apparently. It's only Sifter or Howler, so... one of those 2, which gonna be? And they did take the Sifty. That was a pretty good draw, okay. Gives us a decent play here on turn 3 without just passing and doing nothing. Whoa. Green, black, red, white. Okay, so maybe they're the Gates deck. Just like Uber splashes. That's a good one. Definitely just going to pop that off now while it's only going to make an extra 2/2. They have too many cards in their hand. And they keep looking at their graveyard funny. Another game where Sphinx's tutelage might have been nuts. What did I take over tutelage? Alright, Daddy Tassiger. And they're going to activate the ability. I mean, Denrovaing the token is the most value, but I'm going to bounce the Tassiger. Gates ablaze. Alright. They might even just discard the gate. So they're going to have 3 cards in their graveyard, which means they might be able to Tassiger plus activate again. Because they have the Scion token to allow for if they want. They would need a land, I guess. Untapped land, specifically. Oh, actually, Gateway Plaza would work. That's funny. They could Gateway Plaza, not pay, and then delve the Tassiger and have 4 mana left. So they're just going to run it out. Okay. Leaving in Fall of the Hammer and the Seed Guardian. So let's go get our ultimate price back, which can kill the Tassiger. I don't want to trade my Dinrova Horror for their 2/2 and 2/3. Or rather, for their 2/3 and their 1/1 even. Okay, they've just acquired blue. They have a Garrick in their deck. Ah, son of a... And then we bricked. And remember, our Possessed Scab does not trigger the Dictate of Erebos. Well, we were looking okay until that, but what can you do? Ugh, that sucks. Yep, so this is just a board clear. And they have an active Planeswalker and multiple cards in their hand, and I have nothing. Oh, I actually messed up. I shouldn't have paid the... I should have made the Scab a 3/1 and just traded with their... Oh, I guess they could have sacked it in response, but they could have messed up. I should have made the Scab a 3/1, simply traded off for the Catacomb Sifter, and then the token would have died to the trigger, and they would have lost 1 extra scry if they didn't see to sack it after I pumped.
Harmonize with nature.
Okay, well, I think we can scoop to that. I do not have a great way of dealing with Garrick, do I? Oh, Palaka Predation. Okay, we bring in the second Palaka for sure. Let's see. They have Blaze too. We didn't actually see that many. Oh, well, I guess they milled a few. Ugh. Does this counter Planeswalkers? No, just creatures. Well, it doesn't look like Skeleton's necessary here. I mean, maybe just a 2/1 flyer to start pressuring early isn't bad. Ugh. Do I cut Necromancer here? Just that good in my deck versus them. I have 5 humans. So it's not even that good at like combating a Gates Ablaze realistically. Hmm. Guess maybe I can just shave one of the Pilgrim's Eyes. I think we leave both Predations in. I think we want 17 lands. I I kind of want to add the Screechers, but man, they're pretty bad versus Blaze. Okay. Mr. Dang Sexy Garrick. Well, hopefully we get at least one free roll win versus the Gates deck because they're mana. Land, land, land. Yikes. Pretty happy we have ourselves a Pilgrim's Eye here. Well, the way I see it is I'm not blocking. And technically, if they had blocked and discarded, I could just let it happen and then Gurmag, but... there's the damn Nifty Sifty again, too. Sheesh. Yeah, their draw is good here. Pretty ideal Gurmag angler, at least. I mean, maybe I just throw the Archaeologist in front of the Troll if it attacks. Force them to discard 2 creatures. Alright, Blaze is gone. They took Colossus. Oh, I guess that was their only target. Yeah, they only could take Colossus. It's actually pretty good for us then. Hopefully they're bricking a little bit. Troll with Colossus is cute to discard, though, that's for sure. Not the best price I've ever seen. Oh, I shouldn't have let them block because they can just regenerate. Whoops, I should have... well, no, we want to get the Dictate online. This is fine. I guess I should have just not attacked with the Gurmag. That was the best. Might be taking some extra points of damage because of that. Okay, 3 gates. So the Colossus costs 5, and that unlocks all of their colors because it's a plaza. Colossus is a huge problem because I cannot block it with anything but Angler or Scab. Oh, sure. Well, that's not the end of the world, I guess. Just discard ultimate price here. Price actual dead card. Ooh, that ain't bad. Maybe we can nab a Garrick. A second horror. Oh, God. Yikes. Jeez Louise, their draw was nuts. So they get to Colossus here. I have to scab back my cruelty? Is that even... No, it doesn't even work very well. Yeah, when the Gates deck draws the better cards like this, it's hard to kind of beat it, huh? This would have been a game where if we were a super aggro deck, they would have died, but... Alright. A second Colossus. Guardian. Yeah. Deck looks sweet. Draws great as well. Sweet deck, sweet draw. Hmm. That's pretty funny. Okay. That was probably one of our best draws there. I wonder what they'll discard. I don't think I'm supposed to poke in for 1 damage with the Archaeologist. I think them attacking with Denrova makes sense. They get some scries and whatnot. It also clears the way for their Colossus a little bit better. God, are you kidding?
This is gonna be fun.
Absurd, dude. Well, they were hellbent and living off the top. Holy crap. I mean, what can you do? Ah, that's frustrating. Yeah, sweet deck, sweet draws. I don't know if I could have played this very much differently. How much is that? 8 to ultimate?
Time to cut loose.
How good is a Night Howler here? Does Night Howler win? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Night Howler is very close to winning. I guess that's my out. So Night Howler wins next turn, I think. If they just keep going for Garrick. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Night Howler off the top wins. Assuming they have nothing.
Nothing's holding me back.
Whether they have something or not, they've started holding full priority. Yikes. That probably kills us now, right? They're just going to grab like Fall of the Hammer or something. Well, hopefully they grab their other... Oh, no. If they grab Colossus, I'm one off lethal. Because that removes a creature from... Yeah, it was Fall of the Hammer. Yep. As expected. We wouldn't get there anyways. All right, good beats. Died solo to Garrick both games, and I don't think there's much I could have done about it. We just didn't have the draws necessary to combat it. Yeah, it's one of those decks where if you draw well, it's really hard to beat, and they certainly drew very well. All right, we got one more match. We have to win this one to qualify for the second draft. Alas, and we are outie. So the plan is simple. Simply win. Okay, solid enough. I guess with this hand, we're hoping to play against a more aggressive deck. So mountain or plains. Nice. That's what I like to see. I don't like to see the fourth swamp, but it is what it is. Okay, and we milled Scab Land. Oh, it is, in fact, red-white Halo Scarab, of all things. We have a lot of good answers to that, I think. Oh, my God. All right, we get to look at 3 of 4 of their cards. Okay. Well, I mean, maybe there's a chance if they're flooding out just as bad. Remember, Boros Reckoner can gain first strike, so sadly I can't make some uber block. I do not mind seeing that. This, in essence, gains 2 life. Okay, and that's the last card in their hand. I mean, from their perspective, if this is my best play, then they've got to be extremely happy about that as well. So this might be a game where both players are just sitting, durdling for a couple of turns. That's not good. Okay. All right, I'm going to take the 5, and I'm just going to block the Humble Defector. If they have like a Phalanx Tactics or something, I only want to lose my Sanitarium Skeleton. If they don't use a trick, that's a good trade for us. Coordinated Strike, Martial Glory. Yeah, sure. That's fine. Perfect draw. And honestly, we just want to main phase the Cruelty in case they rip a Sajiri Shelter. Our deck is pretty decent versus red-white. Like I said. Their deck might be a deck where bringing in Devour Fleshes makes sense. Okay, they went for the Humble. I like seeing that. We have a lot of good top end we can start drawing. I don't think I need to make a move here. With their Humble Defector, that is to say. There's no need. There's no rush. Cannot ultimate price that. If they attack, we simply block with Skeleton and buy it back. Are they going to go big on the Scarab? Or maybe they just have like another Witch's Mark that they're just filtering through? Yeah, so I'm going to lose 1 life here. But their Scarab remains a 3-2. I don't think we've seen the Sphinx once in any of our games. Maybe on like a mulligan or something, but... Man. I still don't think we need to defect yet. I mean, they have a bunch of cards in their hand, but they're not doing anything. Okay, there's a decent target for an ultimate price. No rush to fire that off, but... Holy moly. Okay, let's do it. Are you kidding? I have 3 lands in my deck. That is absurd. You know what? It's possible I should have ultimate priced the Defector. Sorry, the Phalanx Leader. Before I gave them to the Defector. That's so frustrating, dude. What the hell? I might be taking a ton of damage here. Did they actually also draw Sajiri Shelter in addition? Or is this just... Okay, this is 1,000,000 damage, but I'm not dead. Thank God, dude. If we had drawn that last turn, I don't think I could possibly lose. For the record. I'm almost wondering if I want to straight up kill their Humble Defector right now. God, that is so freaking disgusting. 1, 2. I mean, yeah, I gotta go to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's so annoying. Now I would actually not mind having access to a Devour Flesh just to gain a little bit of life back, you know? Okay, here we are. Oh, the Keening Apparition can actually kill it, so... Yeah, I can only attack for 3 and play out the Night Howler. Okay, they took a hit. God, are you kidding, dude? That is such a tilt game. I mean, maybe I'm not supposed to activate the Humble Defector when I did. Or like I said, killing... If I ultimate price their... if I ultimate price their leader on my turn, and then give them the Humble Defector, I gain 2 more life, which was actually relevant there too. But that's so frustrating. Any spell on that turn I activate Humble Defector, and it's basically a win. But I'll count that as making a mistake by not killing their leader first. Holy smokes, dude. That's... Okay, good beats. It is what it is. God, how did we lose that? I mean, yes, I got very unlucky with the land draws, but that one turn that I activated Humble, I should have killed their leader first. So, at the end of the day, it was probably on me. Bad play plus getting really unlucky. Wonder if we need to bring in the Screechers for random life gain, too. We didn't actually see that much removal from them at all. Take out the Sphinx. I never see it anyways, so... Oh, man. Yeah. I guess it's my own fault. Like I said, I think I took 2 extra damage. And if I were at 3, then we might have been able to win. It might not have necessarily been a win. I just wouldn't have died that turn, but and like their Keening Apparition would kill my Night Howler. So I wouldn't have a very fast clock. And if they drew any 3-power creature, I would still lose, but point remains. Okay, we need to find lands here really bad. We just want to draw 3 lands in a row. Straight up. One of them a swamp, ideally. This could be a way to lose here, my friends. Here we go. Whenever a player casts a spell from graveyard, deals 3 damage to them. Okay. Well, that can blow up my Dictate, so that makes that a dead card. Are you kidding, man? This is uber tilt. Good beats. Again, I blame myself for the first game. So they probably have a shelter in their hand if they're so willing to Witch's Mark like that. I mean, I'm pretty certain that obviously this is not going to work, but sure. Man. Brutal. What choice do I have? I think we got very, very unlucky and also maybe made a play that might have cost us. Okay, good beats. Oh, dude, that is so gross. Man, I hate losing arena open events, that type of thing. But again, I think at the end of the day, I got to consider that an unknown factor for game 1 in that last match, right? Again, like I said, if I go for the... Oh, it's even better than that. If I kill the Phalanx Leader on my turn, I gain a bunch more life because their other creature also doesn't get pumped. Okay, yeah. In fact, I gain 4 extra life I'm going to consider that a punt. Yeah. Game 2 there, that couldn't be helped. Game 1, I threw. That was just a full-blown throw. Kill the Phalanx Leader on my turn before activating Humble Defector. Saves us. Oh, I guess it also depends. I guess... No, maybe not. Because they definitely could cast one of the tricks still in response, right? If they cast the Rimrock Knight in response, they permanently give their creature +1/+1 instead of +2/0 until end of turn, but... Yeah. Well, I don't think our deck was amazing. I thought it was decent. Definitely thought we could pull off at least a conversion into draft number 2, but it just didn't run out that way. Biting myself in the butt there. That final match, game 1, I messed up for sure, so that's on me. Game 2 couldn't be helped, but good beats. Hey, Arena Open things. You need to play well. You need to draw well. You need to do everything to your best capabilities, and I didn't do that, so 2-2 result it is. Always enjoy playing in these events, even if they lead to the most frustration, but what can you do sometimes? As always, friends, thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.